Yo.
Engage with the
I'm
recording device anytime you want.
Fucking situated here.
Yeah, you're wrapped up in some kind of bondage thing.
Sprung this on me.
Hey, did you end up checking out Aegis Defenders?
Not yet.
Or Aegis, I guess. Whatever the fuck.
Probably Aegis.
I think so.
Yeah.
You got to.
Okay.
I think that would be a really, really good Friday game.
Oh, okay.
It has got crazy pants ideas. Like at the beginning.
Well, should I check it out before Friday, or should I wait and you show it to me on Friday? Okay.
Definitely get some basics so that we can, when levels start up, we can go project even further. But so the multiplayer is all local, like a lot of Switch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing on there that's gonna give you internet playability.
Mm-hmm. Is it split screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dynamic split screen. It is very, very good. Like it's beautiful, but it's also like it protect. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
No, it's beautiful, and some of the ideas are good, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like if a game has co-op, and I'm trying to play it alone, this is how it works because I've got 2 people that I control.
Yeah,
and so it's like whenever I need to do something else with somebody else, I have to switch to that person and come over and do it.
Uh-huh.
It's one thing to do that in a game where it's like a puzzle game or something. It's another thing to do that in something that's kind of like an action game in a lot of ways.
Oh, in real time, yeah.
Well, it will pause when you're switching, but for me, the problem has more to do with just like switching roles in my head. Like, that's where the actual choke point is.
Aegis Defenders. Okay.
It's changing my thought process on the fly because these characters are pretty different.
Yeah.
Some are melee, some are not.
Yeah.
But there's tech trees for the individual characters.
Wow.
Oh man,
you seem like you're feeling much better.
Well, I think I was able to get. Let's not say that out loud. I guess.
Okay. I don't want to jinx it.
I think I was mostly able to get out ahead of it.
Good. So did you end up playing the War Tile, the latest release?
A little bit.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't played any of the previous stuff. You said it was rough, but what I played yesterday felt really good.
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, it did. It went up on early access young. I mean, it basically went up on early access on the strength of its cool ass dioramas.
Yeah,
which are cool ass.
Oh yeah,
cool
ass for sure.
Yeah, I want to see like the water is just completely frozen.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, they're little models, and you get to play with toys and put new hats on them.
I would love to go further into that and just get a sense of where they went with it. Like I said, as I went in, I was like, "Hey, you guys definitely have something cool here. I don't have time for this right now."
Yeah, the idea that it's timer based and real time was. I was not expecting that.
No,
to me, if you look at it, it looks like a Disgaea, like a turn-based game.
Well, literally look at everything else.
Well, yeah,
like the whole diorama is frozen in time. You would think that this is a game where time stops,
but no, you're moving your little toys as fast as you can.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like it's Warhammer PAX East rules.
Yeah,
you're just throwing handfuls of shit at other people.
Let's see, there was something else I wanted to ask you about, but you weren't here yesterday.
I was just gonna say, and it's not just you. There are many who come to me seeking.
Oh, you
wisdom.
Watched the finals, the Owl finals.
It was very interesting.
Play Symmetry, you cowards! Yeah, God, that sign was so great.
Well, I like that. It's like they check it, and it's like, I mean, clearly they must be looking at these signs.
Oh, you got to look at signs. Otherwise, somebody's going to show up with like Pepe the Frog.
Oh no, dude,
or whatever.
It's going to be a thing.
Yeah,
right. It's like, and then instead of your multi-million-dollar production, that'll be the whole story.
Yeah.
But no, it's like that's the first time when I've popped into one of these Owl matches where I saw something I would call a match.
Oh yeah.
I saw multiple matchups that had surprising bits.
Yeah, man, they were going to 5 rounds all day.
Yeah, I was really pulling for the Outlaws.
Houston, yeah.
Like, because they started out so strong.
Yeah.
Right?
They're a good team.
Well, yeah, it was actually interesting. And they basically have like the Crix color scheme.
Yeah, they do.
So it makes all their skins, like they look ballers.
Badass.
Like when they get on the field, they look like badasses.
Yeah, Noah's Reinhardt skin is Outlaws. Just because he picked him because of the colors and how cool the skin is.
Yeah, and that's a separate currency, right?
Yeah.
In the game, like
it is. Yeah.
How do you earn it?
You can't earn it. You can only buy it.
Oh, it's a funding mechanism for the league.
Yeah, I think so.
I see. Yeah, I just don't play that much. I don't play that much Overwatch. I mean, I would. I don't know when you guys are playing it. Like right now,
all the time.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, right now I'm playing. I'm like sort of between games in a bunch of ways. So I'm like trying a bunch of games that I've been wanting to play, and then on top of that, it's like I'm just going back and sort of like just touching games like War Tile that were in early access for a while and now have emerged.
Yeah.
Right. So it was like Subnautica for a while, and I was really, really impressed with that.
Yeah, I tried a little Subnautica because Gabe really likes it, and he was telling me how cool it was.
Well, I can't even imagine. Like, I that's the sort of game that like everybody at school is going to talk about.
Yeah.
Right.
It's too claustrophobic for me. Like,
it
reminds
scary
me
as shit. And it doesn't get less scary.
No, like I don't like snorkeling for the same reasons. Like it makes me very nervous to be underwater.
Dude, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So there's all these overlaps between you and Brenna. It's just like it's a thing. I assume neither of you believe it or appreciate the comparison, but but like snorkeling is cool as shit, and it's something exclusively for clever with it people.
Strong.
Yeah.
Capable men.
Handsome people. People.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I had just figured it out, and it's like you're swimming around, and then it's like you're looking at these beasts, and then like you hear a whale.
Yeah.
Like there's no whale there, but you just like hear it out there.
In the distance.
Yeah, exactly. And so those scale disparities are just part of the experience.
Yeah.
It's possible for me to get frightened, but the shelf has to drop off really deep.
Yeah.
I have to be looking into dark water.
Yeah.
And then I get freaked out. But near the shore, it's all to the G.
Huh.
But so I was out with Brenna, and it was like, this is so cool. It's like Brenna the snorkels, put on the goo.
Yeah.
And it's like, listen, this is going to be super sweet. Your brother and I have been out here. We figured out all the awesome shit. We know where the beasts are. Let's go see them. And we got out there, and then it sounded like she was like laughing through her snorkel. And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is
having a great time.
Yeah. I was like, all right. Like this is something we're able to share.
Yeah.
But she was actually crying hysterically.
Oh yeah.
It was just like the same sort of staccato burst, and it was being modified by the snorkel. So she's like crying through her snorkel.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is cool. So I'm like, hey, let's go deeper. And it's just like, nope. So eventually she just like paddles out off of the thing, and like her dad's like giving her a hug. I'm like, man, I fucked this up more than I could possibly imagine.
Did.
Like,
yeah.
Like that's the sort of thing where it's like, you should know that. Like that would be good to know.
Yeah. No, it's terrifying, and I find Subnautica terrifying. Well, uncomfortable for the same reason.
Well, you would, and especially when you go underwater, it's like you can see the mask.
Yeah,
it's like people are like, "Hey, did you ever try it in VR?" It's like, "Fucking, are you serious?"
No,
no,
I'm not going to do that.
Absolutely not. That's not going to be a part of my thing.
Yeah,
but no, I actually think I'm getting ready to go back into Atlas Reactor. I feel like I can come back to Monster Hunter at pretty much any time, and it'll be okay.
Yeah, you won't though.
No, I don't know. There's still there's a pretty solid group of people who are ready to have somebody else in there.
Yeah.
There's a group parallel to ours that like has a spot.
Yeah.
I like it way more than you.
Yeah.
Like for me, like not playing it was hard. So I could still do it.
Yeah.
But the issue, which is kind of unconscionable actually, is that apparently there's still multiplayer shit.
Oh, on Xbox?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I want to play it, because that's the most powerful machine.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, if I'm ever going to play a third-party game from now on, it's going to be on this.
That's where you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Every time.
But you can't actually play it together. You have to play it alone so that you can play it together. Like, it's the stupidest multiplayer system I've ever seen.
You have to kind of catch up.
Yeah, it's like, if you do the mission alone, then you can come back and do it as a friend.
No, it's okay. I figured out how that works. You just have to go in and then come back out. I wish I was joking.
Yeah. No, that's stupid.
Well, it's just weird.
I think that, honestly, if we could have experienced those together, it would have been different. But I found myself every night playing alone because the multiplayer didn't work, and I had to do it by myself before I could play it with you.
Oh, yeah. And that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for today's Hulix.
We're just counting the days until Sea of Thieves at this point. Like, in my house.
Honestly, it's March, right?
Yeah, it's soon.
Yeah, I'm ready. I think that is going to be ultra fun. I mean, the truth, right, is that it's going to be you and the fam.
Yeah.
During the day, but then at night.
Pirate nights.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Once the kids go to bed.
Yeah.
That's when we get up to the real pirate shit.
It's fun as hell. Like, but for me, it's sort of like there's so many. Like I said in the post, like there's so many games it could be.
Yeah.
There's so many games it could be. Like if we could put 2 ships out there, things change very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and did you? I haven't gone to look at all of it, but they announced a bunch of new content for it this morning. Like,
No.
they're saying that there's pets, there's parrots you can get. There's like a kraken boss.
Can you have sex with the parrots?
Yeah, they said you can fuck the parrots.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all in there. Just go read it on their website about the parrot fucking.
Oh man.
No, I don't think you can fuck them.
Well, listen, that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but a kraken boss.
Yeah, I want to roll around in this boat. You know what I mean?
I guess there's ghost ships.
Okay, that was this was my fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that game is going to be huge. Huge.
Oh man, I gotta find out more of this stuff. I don't have time to do it right now.
No, I figured once we wrote this stupid comic strip we have to make, I was going to go feast on all that news.
It's real torment, but I'm seeing a lot of really badass character customization art and equipment too.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. I love that the low end specs, the low end settings are called cursed. That brings me joy. See, and it's I'm not going to buy it on PC because that's not going to be where you guys play it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to own it automatically because of crossplay. So I'll definitely go in and look because I suspect it's going to look pretty fucking sick.
But you could play with us from the PC, couldn't you?
I wonder. Because some of the games that have cross-buy don't necessarily have cross-multiplayer. But holy shit, dude, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like, that is like, why wouldn't it work that way?
I don't know. Yeah, that's all we want right now. So we're basically just playing Overwatch. I got my golden gun. That's how much I've been playing.
Well, I was just going to say, that's a fucking...
Yeah, I got it for Farah.
That's a heap. Oh, also, there was a lot of great Farah play.
Yes. Jesus.
There's a lot of-
Striker and some of those guys. Jesus.
Well, there's a lot of great Farah duels.
Yeah, I was talking
So
to
they're
Amy.
playing their own game up here.
Oh, yeah, with their Mercy. And I was like, it must be easier to feather the jets on the PC because these guys are never landing.
Oh, no, they don't have to.
And Amy's like, no, they're children with the reflexes of a 16-year-old and they're all on Adderall.
Is that true?
That's what I said. I said, shut up. That's not true. But then she linked me to a bunch of articles, and apparently it's like a performance-enhancing drug for these kids, and it's not currently banned. And so they're all just fucking hopped up on it.
Well, God, that explains everything.
Yeah.
When they get back out on their stream, they're all strung out.
Yeah.
Their teeth are chattering.
Yeah, they're taking Adderall for those reflexes, I guess.
I'm not even sure. I think if I took Adderall, I don't think anything would happen. I don't think those pathways.
I don't think those receptors are there.
I don't think those pathways exist.
No, not in my brain. Yeah, she's like, no, you are a 40-year-old. You just can't play it as well as these kids. Like you don't have the ability. That's really cruel.
Well,
but probably true.
I'm not opposed to the possibility. Certainly, if I watch high level StarCraft play, where your inputs are like measured in like APM.
What the hell is APM?
Well, it's like actions per minute, that type of stuff. And it's just
Jesus.
like, no. But I mean, listen, I wasn't good at that when I was 20.
No.
We would set up 2 Terran armies against 1 easy Zerg and still lose.
Yeah, we just did it for fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like but that was where we tapped out.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we would try to play multiplayer against another team of 2 people.
Ugh.
Do you remember?
I remember losing.
Well, definitely remember losing, but it's just like...
Because you'd always be like, okay, I'm going to take my base to your base. And we would always set up in the same spot.
No, we were not good at it.
No.
And then, but also, we would go and do that, and so we'd set up the room name. We were like really trying to get him. It's like, get the fuck in here.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, it's like youth.
Yeah, I saw a really interesting post on Reddit last night about that.
Ready.
How, back in the 90s, if you wanted to play multiplayer, you said, okay, hey,
back then you used crack.
Well, I'm a hardcore gamer. I want to play with other people who are fucking intense. So I'm going to go to this server. I'm a stoner. I just want to fuck around. I'm going to go to this server where we just play this map over and over again.
Well, yeah, it depends.
And you had
game.
you had servers that would accommodate 5 or 6 different types of gamers. And now with something like Overwatch,
it's all ELO.
Everybody goes into the same funnel.
Well, yeah, exactly, and it's all based on some stat. I mean, listen,
and you can tell because if I'm playing ranked at night and I'm hearing these voices, and one guy's like, "Who the fuck is going Farah? They have 3 hit scan players," and the other guy's like, "What are you talking about, man?" Like,
no, And a
Those
lot.
people should not be in the
Well,
same
no, and
game.
it would indicate it in the name of the server generally,
Yeah, exactly.
right? But that's when the community had that stuff.
Right.
It was theirs. I mean, matchmaking, if I remember correctly, that was a Halo invention.
That's the first time I can remember it. I remember
know?
being like, "What? I'm being put into a game?" Like,
But I actually talked to somebody like way back in the day about like Halo 2,
yeah,
and they were like, I mean, they thought matchmaking was a path for the discriminating stoner.
mm-hmm.
Because you hit one button and then you're just on the ride for the rest of the night.
Right.
But there's a whole other set of virtues that win-loss and personal performance aren't sufficient enough
To gauge.
Well, to gauge.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be like, honestly, it's probably something like a dating profile.
Yeah,
The truth is like, here's some statistics
likes and
about
dislikes.
me. Here is a picture of me.
Yeah,
And it's like, that's going to work sometimes.
yeah,
But there's other stuff like pheromones and like how a person smells.
yeah.
And it's like, that's going to be a deal breaker, even if all the rest of this stuff seems like it works.
Right.
And then now you got to fucking hang out with this person.
Well, then you have to try to succeed with this person.
I don't know. I'm sure it's awesome for some people, but that
Yeah, I
sounds
mean,
like that sounds like so much fucking work.
I've really been enjoying the people
Marriage?
I've been meeting. Like, no, I've been playing like because Kara will not expose herself to it.
And that is to her credit.
Yeah, and I don't blame her at all. And
But she'll play with you, but not in there.
right, and so then a
Oh,
lot
so
of
you're
times,
just jabbering to these silent people the whole time?
Yeah.
Great.
or she goes to bed, and then I jump on and do competitive, and I do the voice.
Well, see, you remember I do the voice sounds like you're making a voice.
I do the voice.
Yeah. But it's like for me, like obviously Xbox got a reputation,
Yeah.
and there's definitely people like that. But the fact of the matter is it wasn't actually like that all the time.
No, some of the time it's really good.
Like
Honestly-
Mech Warrior, the reality is that I'm sure you still have people on your friends
Yeah.
list from Mech Warrior.
Oh, for sure.
Or
Yeah.
Mech Assault.
Mech Assault. But it's like most of the people I meet are just sad because they're losing all the time. Like they're just, hey man, no, it was a good one. You know, we tried. That's the way it goes. It's been my whole night. Like everybody's just commiserating. Like it's a shitty night, right? But I meet very few absolute dicks.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's on what platform?
That's on the X. No, that's on PS4 actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say because for a long time, I think it was just the way that the cultures were different.
Yeah.
Because one of them included a microphone with multiplayer, and one of them
Yeah.
didn't. And obviously, they allowed you to use your own thing, but didn't come included.
Right.
Or it was that weird little, especially for the launch of the PS4, that weird like single strand,
That clip-on
like hair thin, like
Yeah.
angel hair pasta blue thing. No, and I think that those cultures just they have things that are distinct about each of them.
Yeah.
Is my suspicion that the voice adoption is much higher. It seems like.
Yeah. Usually, a lot of games, no one's talking, and when there are, it's usually 2 or 3 people.
Yeah. It's going to be a percentage. Right?
Yeah.
Well, here we should figure out something to do in here. So you've been talking to people online, and they've been cool.
Sometimes, yeah. And
That's interesting.
and I've been able to diffuse some jerks too.
Really? Well, yeah, but that's your midi game, right? That's what
Yeah.
you do.
I don't know. Yeah, I've been enjoying it.
Well, I think we can get in on these sensual midnight meetings.
Did you see that fucking screenshot I tweeted of the Symmetra who put her teleporter right outside the spawn and then just sat down?
No, I saw the picture, but I didn't understand why you were mad.
Oh,
Like I don't play Symmetra, and I don't really play much Overwatch these days.
so Symmetra's super, her teleporter. Generally, the one is in the spawn room, and you go through it, and you expect to come out. Hopefully by
oh
the
my
point.
god, she put it outside the
She
door.
put it outside the spawn room, and then she used her remote where she sits down in a chair, and she just sat in front of it. So everyone just comes out of it, and you're still in the spawn, and then she's sitting there. Like,
It's an interview.
I guess
Thank you for coming.
that's why I was mad.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. I would be mad too.
Why you mad? Tell them why you mad.
I'm in it for the culture. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
Waiting for piracy. It's like, no, God, can you fuck these parrots? Is that
Fuck them.
is that part of it? Pirate.
It could be like, Gabe is obsessed with the Overwatch League, right? And it's like maybe he tries taking Adderall and does like whatever it does to him, or he tries taking something.
Well, no, my friend Amy said that the reason these guys are better than me is because they're super high.
They're all hopped up on drugs.
Well, yeah, but that would also explain the hyper competitive behavior.
Yeah.
Like how many of the people on the service are on Adderall?
Yeah.
But also, why isn't that illegal?
Right?
Why isn't that? Is it not a prescription drug?
Well, they're all. The article I read said that most of them are taking it for ADD. They're all saying that they just have ADD, which I mean,
Oh, there you go.
maybe they do.
That might also be true, but the whole idea is that if you have ADD, the drug interaction is different.
Right. It wouldn't be a performance enhancing drug necessarily for those guys if they.
No, but they go in and they're
Yeah, they would not
like,
want to
no.
take it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so but it's not. Listen, these days especially, it's not hard to say, "Oh yeah, I've got the ADHD."
Yeah, but yeah, if he's talking to Tycho and he's like, "I want to play Overwatch on the PC," I think it must be easier to feather Farrah's jets because these Overwatch players I'm watching, they never land. So it must be easier on the PC.
Well,
I don't think that's it.
no, I think that's it. No, I think
I mean it must with the mouse button. You must just be able to click it faster or something.
No,
they're 16 years old, and you are a 40-year-old man
no, you were 40 minutes, and they are 16-year-olds on Adderall.
on Adderall.
They have entered a shamanic state of precognition.
Yeah.
I want to start playing Overwatch on the PC.
These pro Farrah players never touch the ground. It must just be easier on the PC. Maybe with the mouse button. It's easier to feather the jets with the mouse. That must be it. He's a little desperate, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Shh, hush, shh, no, shh.
Here, that's got to be it. Any other explanation is unthinkable.
What else could it be? I'll tell you what it is. You're a 40-year-old man, and they're 16-year-old kids hopped up on Adderall, juiced up, goosed on Adderall.
No, I'll tell you what it is. You're a 40-year-old man. 400 years ago, you'd already be dead.
They had to cut to commercial last week because a kid's eyeballs vibrated out of his skull.
He chased them for 20 minutes.
He still won the match.
Or 20-year-olds. Now, Adderall is spelled in a specific way. There we go. Adderall. There we go. There's no O.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Adderall.
And goosed on Adderall until they reach a shamanic precognitive state.
What if I got a keyboard like they have?
But what if I got one of the keyboards they advertise?
What if I got one of the keyboards they advertise?
I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe. I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's it.
Maybe I should buy one of the keyboards.
They advertise.
Maybe I should buy one of the keyboards they advertise between matches.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's like just see if Razer makes something like something that would actually like help.
Yeah.
Because we already did. You already knit me a coffin. Like this idea that
Yeah.
see if Razer makes a chroma mausoleum.
What you need is the Razer time machine.
Yeah, no. What you need is the Razer time machine. I love it.
Oh, when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's wetter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release. Get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin displayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.